and I've already pre-ordered my copy, and I love Levi. I am so pumped for this book. I'm so excited. Hi everyone, my name's Ebony. Welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be talking about my anticipated releases for 2022, and this is going to be a very brief list because I don't have a lot of anticipated releases, and also some of them are like already out because I am filming this in April. I'm a little behind. I wanted to do this video anyway and talk about some of the books I'm really excited that are coming out this year. Before we dive in, my shirt has a skeleton on it. I feel like the way I sit, you can barely see it, so in case you're wondering, skeleton. Also, before we jump in, we're going to do the oracle reading for today. So, I've said this before, but I recently bought an oracle deck from the store that I work at. It's by Amanda Lovelace, and it has very beautiful art, and I have been doing readings for each of the videos that I post, in order to kind of like see all of the cards and like see what they all mean, and I don't know, it's just a fun way to like see all the art and whatever. So right now I'm shuffling them up, and I will pick one randomly. Okay, so I'm gonna pick this one. Throne, your potential is endless. At the risk of sounding cliche, you can do anything you put your mind to. You are a mighty queen who is complex enough to be both gentle and valiant, just and magnificent, or any combination you should ever long for. The reason they tell you that you cannot have it all is because they are afraid you will become even more dangerous than you already are. I love that. It's so like self-motivating. It's a good like thing to remember, like when you wake up in the morning, like you can do anything that your heart desires. And I love that one. That's actually the last like card in the deck, because like in the book they're like numbered, and it's like the last one in the little book here. So I think that's like a perfect one to like end the deck on, even if it's like not the last one that we're reading. But yeah, I think that is awesome. And now let's jump into the books that I'm really excited that are coming out this year. So first we have Book Lovers by Emily Henry. This is set to come out on May 3rd. Emily Henry is the author of Beach Read and People We Meet on Vacation, which are really popular ones that have taken the bookternet by storm recently. I have read Beach Read and I really enjoyed it. I haven't read People We Meet on Vacation yet, but I do plan on reading it. This book is about a character named Nora Stevens, who is a total book nerd, as the title suggests. She's also a literary agent who works really hard for her clients to get them like the best deals in a very cutthroat literary world. But she also has a very like close relationship with her sister Libby. And so she agrees to go on this like trip with Libby to Sunshine Falls, North Carolina for a month. Libby's kind of like goal for this is to convince Nora that she is the heroine of her own story, and to like, I guess, make her feel like the main character. But instead of like meet cutes and everything, she ends up running into another bookish character named Charlie. And as the synopsis says, it would be a meet cute if they hadn't met before, and it was not so cute. From what it sounds like, these characters keep getting thrown together again and again, and it might be like some sort of second chance romance in a way. I think it's gonna be super cute, and it might even be like enemies to lovers. I think that's like the vibes I'm getting from the synopsis. Sounds so adorable. I have been really enjoying adult romances lately, so I am very excited for this book to come out. I love that Emily Henry has been writing stories that are like book-centered, because like as a reader, I love books, obviously, and so I do enjoy like seeing either readers or writers in her work, because it's something I relate to very personally. Next is Fangirl Manga Volume 2. So this was supposed to come out on May 10th, but I think it has been postponed to June 14th, and I've already pre-ordered my copy. Fun fact, Fangirl, which is by Rainbow Rowell, is one of my favorite books of all time, and so they're making this manga adaptation of the book, and the first volume is already out, but so this is volume 2. It's either of 3 or of 4, I can't remember. But I'm so excited for it. One, because Levi is on the cover, and I love Levi. But also, fun fact, if you didn't know, I work at a bookstore in Omaha, and Rainbow Rowell is from Omaha, so she does a lot of events and things through our store. So if you want a signed, personalized copy of this or of any Rainbow Rowell book, make sure you go to Bookworm Omaha's website. I'll link it in the description box down below, and you can pre-order signed and personalized copies from her. And I think that is super cool. Don't worry, I've already pre-ordered my signed and personalized copy. It was so funny because when I pre-ordered it, my manager Carl, who like handles all of the like rainbow pre-orders, he's like sends you like a confirmation email like, hey, we got your pre-order, whatever. And in his email that he sent to me, he was like, got your pre-order down. He closed it out with, okay, bye. And I think that's so funny. Like, I mean, like, I know him. It wasn't like a super professional email or anything, because like obviously I know him and like I work with him. But I'm so pumped for this because like I said, I love Fangirl. I loved the first volume of the manga, so I'm excited to see the next installment of this manga. And I just love Rainbow Rowell. Her books are so good. The next two books actually are already out. But the first one is Gallant by V.E. Schwab, and I actually read this as an ARC, so I read it like a couple months ago, before it came out, but it is out now. It came out on March 1st, and so this is the newest novel, standalone novel by V.E. Schwab, one of my favorite authors of all time. I love V.E. Schwab, and this one is actually a YA book that follows a character named Olivia. The book starts out with Olivia being, she lives at this like wayward school, boarding school kind of thing, because she's an orphan, and all she has is a sketchbook that her mom had, and it has other like sketches and whatnot, but it has one word and it says gallant, and she didn't know what that was. But then one day the boarding school that she lives at gets a letter from her uncle that is telling her that she does have a family and to come to their manor, Gallant. And so she gets whisked away to the beautiful manor of Gallant, and some really spooky, crazy things happen there. And I'm not going to say any more because I don't want to spoil anything, but I really enjoyed this book. One of the other things I loved about this book is it has really, really beautiful artwork in it, and also like excerpts from her mom's like sketchbook thing, and like, because it was kind of like a sketchbook, kind of like a journal in a way. So yeah, it has really, really beautiful art, and like the cover is stunning, and there are some other really, really beautiful like special editions of this book that I wish I could have all of them because they're all so pretty, and I just love V.E. Schwab books. I really recommend this one. It was super good, and it was one of my favorite books that I read last year. The next book, like I said, is already also out. It is The Oceanography of the Moon by Glendy Vanderaw. I don't have my copy yet because I did pre-order it, but our distributor that we get our books through, I think we're back ordered even after the book came out, so my order just got placed last week, so it should be coming in any day now. So I'm very excited to get it. But Glendy Vanderaw is the author of two of my favorite books, Where the Forest Meets the Stars and The Light Through the Leaves. Where the Forest Meets the Stars was my second favorite book that I read in 2021, and The Light Through the Leaves I just read at the beginning of this year, and I also really enjoyed that. So I'm really excited to read. This is going to be her third book ever, and I'm very, very excited to read it. And I did not look up a synopsis for this because normally I don't like knowing synopses before I go into a book. But I make some exceptions for YouTube and whatnot, but I didn't look up the synopsis for this one because I'm hoping it's going to come in any day now, and I'm hoping to read it fairly soon after I get my copy, so I didn't want to have any like preconceived notions before I read it. So unfortunately I don't know anything about it, but I do know that her other two books are very nature-centered. The author is an avian biologist, so she studies birds, and so that sort of aspect can be seen in her other two books, so it would not surprise me if this book as well has some of that biology, natural world kind of nature-y vibes. Yeah, but I love her books. She does such a great job with like characters and like character relationships. She's very, very good at writing those, and yeah, I'm just super pumped for this book to come out. I'm so excited. Well, I mean, it's already out, but for me to get my copy. And then I have Something Wilder by Christina Lauren. This is set to come out on May 17th, which is my birthday. Woo! That's so exciting. So this is following the grown-up daughter of a notorious treasure hunter and also absent father. The daughter Lily is left without much from her father, not much money, not much anything, except for the treasure maps that her father had. So she uses these treasure maps as sort of like a way to like fake treasure, as like a like tourist attraction of like fake treasure hunting. in order to like make a living for herself. And while she's doing that, she runs into a guy named Leo Grady. And it sounds like this might be some sort of like second chance romance because they have known each other before. And Leo wants nothing more than to like reconnect with Lily, but Lily wants nothing to do with him. So also enemies to lovers maybe? We love those tropes. As the synopsis says, something goes horribly, hilariously wrong. And they end up getting stuck in the wilderness. And it sounds like they have to work together in order to get out of it, which keeps throwing these two characters into each other's lives. I love Christina Lauren. I read a couple of their books, and I always have a good time. Like I said when I was talking about book lovers, I love a good adult romance, so I am really excited for this one to come out. And the last book I have on this list is Hellbent by Leigh Bardugo. I am so pumped for this book. It technically isn't even set to come out until January 10th of 2023, so it's gonna be a while, and I'm very sad about that. This is the sequel to Ninth House, and they just announced it, and I'm so excited that we finally have a title and like a release date, because Ninth House, if you don't know, came out in like fall of 2019, I think, and I read it early 2020, so I have been waiting for this book for like more than 2 years, and I have been screaming about wanting the sequel so badly because Leigh Bardugo is also the author of the like Grishaverse books, which are good books, don't get me wrong, but she tends to like pay more attention to those, probably because they're like more popular and they have like the Netflix series and everything, and I'm like, I know that those are things, I know, I get it. Put that aside, I need the Ninth House series because it's supposed to be a 5-book series, and we've only had the first book, and I actually just reread Ninth House last year because I annotated it for my friend Lexi, and I rediscovered my love for it, and now I like need the second book even more, so I'm so flippin' excited that the next book is finally announced and is gonna come out. Basically, if you don't know, Ninth House follows a character named Alex who can see ghosts, or in this world they call them grays, but essentially they're ghosts. And because of this power that she has, Yale University seeks her out and asks her to come go to their school, but also their underlying intentions are for her to work as part of the secret societies that are within Yale and become their Dante, which is someone who like oversees the like magic and rituals and things that are going on within Yale and making sure everything is like kosher, and like she's able to use her power and like do her job well because of that. But there are some things that happen throughout the book. So there was a girl who was murdered on campus, and everybody's telling Alex to like let go of it, like don't worry about it, let the like normal detectives handle it. But Alex like can't push past this feeling that something more is going on, that's something that's related to the secret societies. So there's like a murder mystery going on, and there's like magic and necromancy and prognostications and secret societies, and it's dark, and it's like dark academia, and it's so good, and I love it, and I'm just so excited that they finally announced the sequel. I'm so excited. Also, one of my bookish boyfriends, one of my favorite characters ever, Darlington, we'll get to see him again. I'm so excited. Because the last book ended on kind of a cliffhanger, so I'm like, I need to know what happens next. I need it. It's not coming out for a long time, so I'm very bummed that it's gonna take a long time. But I'm hoping that we might get an arc of it at the store, or like I might be able to get it as an ALC on Libro or something like that. Like I'm hoping I'll be able to get it before it actually comes out so that I can have all the answers. I need it. Like yesterday, I've been screaming about this book for so long. I'm so excited that it was finally announced. That was my very brief list of my most anticipated books of the year and kind of next year. I'm sorry that it's not like more thorough. I'm sure there are many other books that are coming out. I think there's another Taylor Jenkins Reid book like in the works supposedly, but I haven't heard much about it, so I'm also excited for that if and when it comes out. I did want to just like hop on and like let y'all know what books I'm really excited about and maybe put some other books on your radar. And yeah, so thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Sorry this video came later than most anticipated book videos normally do, but I'm trying. I just have so many videos that I want to do that are like beginning of the year centered, and I didn't have anything together at the beginning of the year, so I'm finally getting around to doing some of those videos. But thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!
just